TLDR for this stuff is, basically stuff is happening. I'm coming back, finally, yay, it's been long enough. I haven't done a video since May of this year, which, according to this, is 5 months ago. So, that's quite some time ago, and I do apologize for that, but stuff has been happening. So, yeah. With that out of the way, if you want to know more about what's going on and you would like a very, very in-depth explanation of what's going on, then stay tuned in this video because I will have that in just a moment. Hey, how's it going, everybody? SailodeGrenn here with you all tonight. I'm going to turn my headphones down for this so I'm not blaring in my own ears here. So here's let's talk. We should talk. Let me scooch over a bit. All right, so let's talk. Let's talk channel stuff. I don't have a script for this video, so if you're wondering why things are like all over the place, that's why. Anyway, and there goes the furnace. Woo. But anyway, so what is happening with this channel? Well, you might have noticed I haven't uploaded many videos in quite a long time. So let me explain what happened. Also, spoiler alert, this is a channel update video, in case you didn't know that. So a lot of stuff happened. I've just been basically up to my ass in just everything else, basically, and just haven't had time to upload to this channel, unfortunately. I tried to one-up myself in terms of the music scene because typically I generally put out, you know, 1 to 2 albums a year. That's just how I am. This year, so far, I've put out 2. One, which was Light Dimension at New Year's, and I also put out my second one, which was Oceans of Dreams and Darkness. I think I put that out in like June or something like that. I don't know. You are actually right there. Hi, I see you. I'm just going to stare into your soul. I'm gonna stare at your soul. Alright, so anyway. Let's not get the crow voice started yet. But anyway, alright, so basically what happened was I tried to one-up myself on the music front and got burned out on that and didn't really feel like doing anything for about a month or 2. So, yeah, that's kind of what happened. But now I have rested up and I am ready for action, and I have decided to focus my energies on this channel. So rather than focusing on, like, you know, gaming or music or, you know, other things that I can't really talk about right now, I'm going to be focusing on this for a while. Those of you that know me will know that I kind of do things in cycles. I'm very cyclical. I will do one thing for a while, then I will switch gears and do another thing for a while, rinse and repeat. But eventually I'll come full circle and come back. I don't really know why I am that way, but it's the way that I am, and rather than working against it, like I've tried to do, I have decided to work with it instead of against it. But anyway, so that's kind of what's happening there. In terms of the channel itself, there's going to be a few changes. This channel is a very good thing, and it has a crap ton of potential, and I want to make sure that it's as good as it can be. But at the same time, A, I don't want to kill myself doing it. B, I don't want it to seem like a clone of somebody else's thing, because that's not cool. C, I want to have fun doing it, because that's what it's all, that's what this is all about. This is all about having fun, and, you know, this should be about having fun. So that's what's going on with that stuff. So basically, what all this means, here's the TLDR version of this. So hopefully you guys are still with me. Basically, long story short, I'm reigniting this channel because I want to. Not because I have to, or I feel like I have to, even though I really don't. And now we get to the actual channel update portion of this video. Woo! So, what exactly is changing with this channel? Well, first and foremost, you might notice some things around in the studio down here have changed. So, first and foremost, you probably notice this wonderful bit right here. I'm going to be doing a video on it eventually, but Suffice it to say right now that the couch that was once here is long gone. Thankfully, that thing was cursed. I don't know how or why, but it was. It would just suck the life juice, the life energy right out of you the moment you sat down in it. And that's not cool, so that had to go away. Plus it just brought the whole room energy down. So it was like a black hole of like soul sucking energy. It was really weird. And not a good thing. So I got rid of it. Now, one more thing, speaking of the channel, I don't know why YouTube does this, but when you first go under the channel, like on a mobile device or something, in fact here, I can even show you, plug in my handy dandy showy thingy. Yes, this is a new portion of the show here. Okay, so that's plugged in already, cool. Alright, so what exactly am I doing here? Now, I don't know what input that thing is on. It looks to me like it's the last one, so I need to go to that one. Let's try. No? Well, you got the stupid thing, why don't you freaking do the thing? Yo. Okay, I'll plug it into power then. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Tech problems with SailodeGrenn, here we go. All because I want to explain a stupid point that I could have done, you know, 5 minutes ago. But, you know, wouldn't be fun if I couldn't do that. Janky lightning cable. Okay, so what is your freaking issue? That's you. Let's try this one. What the hell, man? Just work. You big dingus. Come on. This should not be this bloody difficult. Well, what the hell is the freaking issue here? I don't understand. What input is that even? It should be this one. Why doesn't it freaking work? Is this iOS 11 at it again? I swear I'm going to do anything like at all. What your problem is? Hey, we got something, except it looks terrible. It's not at all what this needs to look like. Come on. You can work. I know you can. Now come on already. Don't be a one-hit wonder. Hey, here we go, finally. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, all for a point, right? This is how far I'm going to go for you. Okay, so this probably looks weird, and I know, and I'm sorry. But anyway, so, let's get out of this garbage. Alrighty, so let's go into YouTube here, because there's something that I want to show you. In here, plenty of stuff to look at. Wow, that's like a slideshow. Sorry about that. I don't know why that's looking so freaking bad. Let me refresh this. This is probably gonna look weird. Okay, so let's try this again. Hey, now we're better. Sorry about that. Okay, so now that we're actually more than 5 frames per second, let's take a better look here. Oops, what did I do? I don't know what I did. Oh, okay. Weird. I don't know why it does that. I'm also going to change over to this one because, okay, that looks worse. Is there one in here that doesn't look like Garbage Truck Central? Let's try this one. No, sorry about that oddness there. But anyway, so what I was talking about, I'll do this over again. When you first go to my channel, this is the screen that you'll see. This channel doesn't have any content. I don't know why this does that, like I say. So what you should do is either, you know, just swipe over or just tap on videos or playlists. I do have some playlists. If you want to see my other channels and friends, then you can go in here. SailodeGrenn, that's my personal channel. DJ's a friend of mine. Stormcaller's a friend of mine. This is my gaming channel right there. Again, I don't know why it does this. There is content. In fact, there's quite a bit of content in here, as we can see. There's quite a bit of stuff in here, including things that I've done solo, which we are in right now, and then, you know, Gaming with the Wolves, that's with DJ, things like that, and then Storming Horizons, which was with Robert for Season 1 on this channel. Season 2 is on Storming Horizon. So there's plenty of playlists and things, plenty of stuff to watch. So it's not like I haven't done anything on YouTube. But anyway, so let's go here. which is my own channel. I've done all kinds of crap in here, but see, this one works just fine. I don't understand this. Home screen works just fine on my channel. I don't know why. Maybe it's my subscriber count, maybe it's just, you know, overall amount of videos. I have no idea, but it's stupid and I hate it. But in any case, the home screen or page doesn't work. I've gotten complaints about that in the past. In all honesty, there's nothing about it that I can do. So I don't know why this happens, but it does, and it pisses me off. But in any case, so this is what it looks like from my end. So at any rate, so I'm gonna unplug this thing now. This cable gets hot. That's kind of scary. But yeah, so anyway, so that whole deal there with that. This channel update is not over yet. Don't think that it is. What's going on here? Okay, I want to go to that one. And don't screw up my Elgato this time. Oh yeah, here's my lovely little lightning cable. Don't you like it? He shrank and gaffed it. Isn't that wonderful? You know, if Apple could make a cable that didn't suck, that would be great. But anyway, now channel lineup time. Woo! So what's happening? Well, let me go through my list here and tell you exactly what's changing, and I'm gonna do this while I show you. So I'm going to show you how this all works. Behind the scenes magic time. So I'm gonna be somewhere in the corner right over here, and yeah, actually right over here. So I'm gonna make this piece of the puzzle kind of go away. I'm also going to change this because, you know, reasons. Hopefully we don't. Okay, Samus is fine. Ooh, you know what I need to do though? I just need to make sure that we're not like at 5 frames per second again. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit refresh on this again just to be sure. So things might look wonky and screen might flash. It's normal. Don't worry about it. Yada yada yada. Waiting. Okay, here we go. So how are you? 60 like butter smooth. You gotta love that. All right. See, everything's better when you turn it off and on again. So anyway, back to this madness. So here we are. So let's go into editing content here, because this is where all the magic happens. Now I did reorganize all of this. Oh yeah, all right. So here's kind of where we're at. Let me, so for a channel lineup, let's go into cards here. So these are all of the different shows that I have planned for things. Now, not all of these are final, but you know, in terms of like names and such, but here's kind of the idea. So bit by bit, it's going to look like this. So what is it though? Bit by bit is my retrospective. It's my documentary. It's my, let's talk about what the history is of this thing. So that's what bit by bit is. And I do have videos planned for this, but they're not going to be showing up anytime soon. So another one is Blows My Tubes, and that's going to look like this. What is Blows My Tubes? Well, the idea is based on vacuum tubes is the whole idea, and you know, when you blow a tube, it's, you know, the tube's useless. It doesn't work anymore. Well, the idea being is that, you know, it's supposed to be this, you know, retro sounding saying of like, man, that motherboard like fried or something, and man, that just really blows my tubes, man. I don't know, but something as cringy as that anyway. The whole idea is that, you know, I screw something up, or no, actually scratch that. Blows My Tubes is basically my rant series. So that's the one that I'm going to be like, this thing sucks, it's stupid, everything about it is stupid, and I hate it kind of series. So if that's the kind of stuff that you're interested in, keep an eye out for that. I don't have any ETA for anything from Blows My Tubes. The next one is the one that I was about to talk about, which is Blue Smoke. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's gonna look like this. It's interesting. And anyway, so the whole idea behind it is that's the one where I screw stuff up, and you know, I have to fix it, or it becomes so screwed up that it just, there's no way in hell that it's gonna work anymore. That's what Blue Smoke is for. And I do actually have a couple of episodes for that, at least I did. but now I'm thinking I'm not going to use those because they're just not as good as I want them to be. I could try to make them better, but I think I'm just gonna scrap it and move on. So, that's what Blue Smoke is. Bull Oni, I'd rather not talk about right now just because it's a work in progress. I don't really have any... anyway, so check it, however. Check it. I do have some videos planned for that. I don't have an intro for it yet, but I can show you the art for it, which looks like that. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, it is. It's very groovy. So, it's going to be very cool and groovy and all that fun stuff. And so what is Check It? Let's talk about Check It. Check It is basically things that I have around here that I have either done or I simply have, and I would like to share with you. So I am going to show you things like the stuff that's back there. I'm going to show you that in a Check It episode. The videos that I'm going to be making for, you know, that stuff and the things upstairs don't really fit in any other kind of show that I have. So, ooh, one thing I do realize now is that I did change the name of this, but I didn't change the name of this. Okay, it may or may not be a reference to the ye olde video store called Video Update. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the show that is like, you know, let's say I do a review or something, and like, for example, Farming Simulator, and the content or the thing that I'm reviewing in that review video, you know, changes sometime down the line. Say Farming Simulator, for example, or I discover something new about it, or I just wanna, you know, do a revisit on that. Well, that's where Video Update is gonna come in, because just like it sounds, it's a video update. I'm updating you on the video, so that's what that is. And technically speaking, this could fit under that, but I don't know if I'm going to call this episode. In any case, this is what it will look like. It's very cool. It's based on another piece of art that I don't know where it is at the moment, but if I did, I would show you. But anyway, so what else do we have in here? We have Data Dump. It's basically where I just talk about crap constantly and do a data dump. Discussion is something. It will look like that, and basically it's the show where, let's say, you know, you bring things to mind in the comments, or I do a poll, or an Ask Me Anything kind of thing. That's the show that stuff would fall under, and where I would address those things, or, you know, answer questions, like the AMA stuff. So, like I say, work in progress. But anyway, so that's that. Another show that we have is called Leet Speak, and this one is rather interesting, because Leet Speak is going to be me explaining what all these different bizarre terms are, like SPI-def, for example, or HDMI, or, you know, I don't know, something like that. That's what that is. And then the cream of the crop here is learned, and the whole idea is about learning stuff, or learning how to do things, or learning about something, you know, things like that. And I do have some episodes coming for that, so have no fear. But anyway, this is the logo, or at the very least the backdrop for it. There's that, and then we've already seen Mr. Fix-It. Mr. Fix-It obviously will look like this, so that's that. And Music Within Noise, I'm going to save for a rainy day to talk about. So now let's talk about Overview, which we have definitely already seen. So here's the logo for that, or the very least the background for it. And then the first episode of Overview, I believe, was for the Wii S. I do have some more stuff coming for that, so bear with me. And then next up we have Review, which we have definitely already seen at least once. I think we've seen it twice. Once for the wonderful Farming Simulator 17 game on PC, and another one for the Elgato Game Capture HD, not the HD 60, the HD. I will be doing a lot more review stuff in the future, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, speaking of Elgato and review, I have, so that's review. We've seen that already, so I'm not gonna bother with this. We have top 10, which I have not done a video of yet, or an episode of rather, but I will in the future. Oh yes, we will have top 10 lists for days. Anyway, moving, ow, that was painful. Ring, why you bite me? Ow, my head. All right, anyway. So, stupidness aside, Unboxed! We have definitely seen Unboxed already. You know what that is. It's coming back with a vengeance, kind of. I don't have a crazy ton of crap to unbox, but I do have quite a bit of things to unbox. But we already know what that is, so I'm not gonna explain it. If you want to know what it is, well, I have like 6 episodes of Unboxed, so if you want to know what it is, watch the most recent one, which is the View HD 1x2 HDMI splitter, which I'm actually currently using right now for this. Woo! It's not doing anything in terms of splitting anything, but it's doing other more important things that I can't talk about right now. But anyway, so that's what Unboxed is. We already know that. I explained video update already. What's inside? This is an interesting show that I'm going to be doing eventually. I don't know when. Again, none of this has an ETA really. I can show you what's going to be next on the immediate horizon, however, in just a moment. So what's inside will look like this. It's an interesting thing. Basically, what's inside is like, what's inside? So it's like, what is inside of a DualShock 3 controller? What's inside that? I don't know. Probably something strange. I wonder what the molecular structure is of a belch, and if it changes based on what you've eaten and what you're belching up. Quality entertainment here. Oh yeah. Anyway, if you know the answer, I would love to know. All right. That is another thing. Those of you that know who that sounds like are probably one of two things right now. Absolutely ecstatic or rolling their eyes like ridiculousness. Yada yada yada. And then finally we have, what's that? And rather than, you know, that thing that's on the floor that your cat kind of looks at after it gurks it up, what the hell is that? You know? Oh. Didn't mean to put that image in your head, sorry. Anyway, rather than that, it's like, well, I don't really know. It was in my head just a second ago. Anyway, I do have examples of some of this that I will actually show you bits of here in a moment. And then it will look like that. And if you have noticed that I am reusing art assets that have been ever so slightly modified, you are correct, because I only have so many things and only so much time to do things like make art assets. So. Yeah, that's why that is a thing. And anyway, so that is what's in there. And those are most of the different shows that I will be having. I might be doing more, I might be doing others, I might not be doing some, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so this is everything that's on the direct horizon here. Now, take note of anything with a date in here. It's vastly off and, you know, way out of date. So just ignore crap like that. But anyway. So what's going to happen in the immediate vicinity of this channel update? First and foremost, this HDMI 4-pack is going to be directly next after this video airs. To be flame retardant and low smoke. Twisted veins. HD. It includes a freaking keychain. Hold the thought. Hang on here now. $10, something like that. And yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. So, I will see you in the next video. So, that's what's on the immediate horizon. So, let's talk about this stuff in here. So, what is all of this? This video is almost over, in case you guys are wondering. Don't worry. And this video won't be too long, and I will most likely be editing this down. So, have no fear. But anyway, so directly after that episode of Unboxed with the Twisted Veins HDMI cables, which I have one of them actually right here. It's very nice. I will have a review video on these cables coming out eventually as well, so stay tuned for that. I don't have an ETA on that, but it's coming. So anyway, the most immediate thing after that is going to be, I think this right here, maybe, I think. Check this. Hey, headphones by Sennheiser. Not as good as... But anyway, so... Okay, so that's gonna be coming out here pretty soon. And then immediately after that one will be this one, which is upside down and shouldn't be. There we go. And yeah, now, side note, I don't actually have this thing anymore. I had to return it just because A, I didn't need it, and B, I needed the money. So, yeah. I don't actually have this thing anymore, but I did record an episode of Unboxed for it, so I thought, hey, might as well show you. Unfortunately, I won't be having a review on that, at least not for a while, since I will have to get another one and, you know, actually do a review of that. So that's the deal with that. Then, immediately following that will be the Unboxed episode of the SodaStream Source, which I have right here. Oops. Here it is, this big white thing right here. That's it. I do have quite the big story with that, but I will save that for that video. So, immediately following that video will be Ruby merch. Oh yeah. In case you guys didn't notice, I'm a big fan of Ruby. Because it's an awesome show, and if you have not seen it, you should definitely do so, because it is so freaking amazing. It's so amazing that there's a character in that show whose name is Crow Bronwen, and my voice just so happens to have the characteristics that I can blend and meld.
Just sound kinda like him. I'm not the best at it, of course, but I think I do a pretty good job. A good job. Boy, I could really go for a nice warm plate of cookies. Couldn't you? Dunk those cookies in some milk. Would taste pretty damn good, I bet.
I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. It helps to have your voice warmed up like I have done. The previous take of this, which was actually recorded live in the video. Yeah, this is a narration, by the way. It's
I'm done now.
Moving on. So yes, I have purchased some Ruby merch action.
Holy crap.
And
Dull that off a little bit. That's freaking scary sharp. Yeah, but I'm not actually gonna use that to cut it out. I'm like 60. Every day of the week here. Nice.
how appropriate. The first pin I show is Weiss. Oh yes. In case you didn't know, you probably guessed it by now by the fact that I'm wearing Ruby rings that I 3D printed. How cool is that? Speaking of 3D printing, I will be having videos about that, so stay tuned for those. But anyway, it is pretty apparent that I am into the White Rose action, as I have both a Ruby Rose ring, I don't know how well you can see that, but there it is, and a Weiss Schnee ring as well. Yeah, I made these for myself, and yeah. So anyway, I did not make the model, I want to make that clear. In fact, I will put the link to where I found the models for these in the description below that you can check out after this video is done. But anyway, I did buy some actual Ruby merch. I have some pins over there. I have pins on my bag. I have pins on my jacket. Oh, sorry. And I did get a steel Mertenaster keychain from the Rooster Teeth store. And it is amazing. I freaking love Weiss. I love Ruby. I love them both pretty much equally. I freaking love Ruby, the show, and the character, of course. Ruby is Rooster Teeth. I'm not affiliated. So that's that. And that's going to be the last of the unboxed stuff for a little while. I did get this crappy little camera. I was going to use it for One Man's Trash, that show that I didn't talk about because I forgot and or missed it. One Man's Trash is basically going to be a thrifting show where I go thrifting and we go to places like Goodwill and Savor, things like that, in search of wondrous devices that we can find. Is my LGR impression good enough? Nice one plate of cookies you got there. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's done in admiration. It's not a rip-off of LGR Thrifts. But it's heavily inspired by LGR Thrifts. So, it's completely different, but kind of also the same. Totally not a ripoff. As far as when you'll see an episode of it, I don't know, because this camera is absolutely horse garbage on toast, and possibly even on sticks, and it sucks for, you know, what I was trying to use it for, so I'm probably just gonna end up using, you know, a chesty for my GoPro and use that instead with the lights turned off it so nobody knows. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'll have to figure that one out. But in any case, so that was the camera that I was originally going to be using for that, and it's a Nighthawk camera of some sort. I don't remember what it's actually called, but I call it a crap cam because it's in the crap cam category. A crap cam is a crappy camera. Simple as that. Basically, a crap cam is a camera that is obviously not your first choice for a camera, but the one that you have to be using for a camera. In terms of one man's trash, I do have some footage, not a crazy bunch, but this was my first attempt at it. The viewing angle sucks. There's just not enough stuff. Ooh, wait a minute. Is this the video? Let me just turn the sound off. I think this might be the video where I find that Commodore Calci that I got. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check this out. Maybe. It's a really crappy camera, but neither here nor there. We don't really care about this, do we? So, KOTOR though, care about that. Anyway, so I did get this really cool Commodore C8 calculator from 1970 something, maybe even 1970, I don't remember, but it's super old. It's actually right over there, and I have used it. It works completely, fantastically, 100%ly, I don't know, but it works and it's awesome and I love it. And it's so cool. I love the design of this thing, and it's mint. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful work of art, and I love it. I love every single second of this thing. Just look at this thing, man. That thing is just gorgeous, and it totally works, and I love it. By the way, this is the desk that's right behind me right there. When it was pristine and naked, or nearly naked, anyway. But yeah, now there's a bunch of... Oh yeah, I saw that for something stupid. I'll talk about that later, but anyway, yeah, I found one of those too. Not that I need one, but I found it. This is just a bunch of other crap that I found. But anyway, the obligatory Xbox console. There's always an Xbox at these places. Another Xbox. Oh yeah, I saw this at freaking Savers. What the hell? What on earth would you just what even at all? Why would they have this at Savers of all places? I mean, it fits, but still, what the hell? Also, how is this thing not a biohazard? Ew, first of all, just, you know, the whole ew factor, and then just the what in, you know, I'm gonna swear here, so, you know, kids cover your ears, but what in f***'s name is this doing anywhere other than the trash? Or, you know, melted down into like some kind of thing that is something else. You know, what the hell? That was interesting. I don't think I'll ever top this in terms of crap to find at a freaking thrift store. But yeah, so there's the Calci with the box, and the foam was pristine. I think it came with the manual. I think. What even is this? Yeah! Oh yeah! It did! It does have the manual! Holy crap! Oh, that's so freaking cool! Oh, dude, can we see a year on this? Oh man, I would love to see if we have a year on this. Can we see this? Holy crap. Searching, cannot find, error. No data found, that sucks. But holy crap, dude. That's absolutely amazing. I know it's from like 1970, and after. I just don't know exactly what year. Also, I found this very cool Flight Stick Pro for Macintosh platforms. Here it is in the actual store. But yeah, anyway, I'll do a whole episode on this. Yeah, here's the picture of the case, or the box, I mean. But yeah, it was pretty much pristine in there, just as is. It's so cool. I love it. It's so freaking cool. And anyway, so that's one man's trash. There's your overview video on that. Welcome to Overview, by the way. Speaking of Overview. I have a new episode of Overview coming out eventually where I talk about the stuff that used to be and is still kind of on that desk over there. Oh yes. Oh my. Oh yeah. Look at that sauciness. Isn't that beautiful? Holy crap, dude. Oh yeah. Cinema display, Sunflower iMac, Power Mac G4 Quicksilver, and Sawtooth. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Saucy. Sorry about that. Let's try that one again. Saucy. Oh yeah. You might notice that this computer is no longer on this desk back here. It's actually upstairs, and I'll talk about that in its own video. But anyway, since this one's getting really freaking long, and I do apologize for that. How are you low? But you are plugged in. How the hell are you on low battery? Charge. That's why you're plugged in to begin with. You big dingus. I love you, but stop being stupid. Okay. So anyway, iOS 11, man. I'm really enjoying it. Ah! All right. Anyway. Bash my head against the wall and get farther. All right. So really quick, useless CPU from an old crappy computer that is in raw pieces basically now. Yeah, it's very much cringeworthy. I don't know why this is here either. It's just there, I guess. Because why not? Randomly have a useless CPU on your desk. But anyway, so I was not going over to the upper left corner like in Mac OS. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, there's only so much RAM in here, I'm telling you. Not all of it works, and most of it's always full. Anyway, TLDR for this stuff is basically stuff is happening. I'm coming back, finally. Yay, it's been long enough. I haven't done a video since May of this year, which according to this is 5 months ago. So that's quite some time ago, and I do apologize for that, but stuff has been happening. So, yeah, with that out of the way, if you want to know more about what's going on and you would like a very, very in-depth explanation of what's going on, then stay tuned in this video because I will have that in just a moment. And for those of you that are sticking around through the end of this video, which is also where this is, then thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, I'm SailodeGrenn. Catch you later. See ya.
Happy Halloween!
I guess.